welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering your questions about studying abroad while eating a bag of chips and, wait, there's more, putting hot sauce on them. So I'm random and I was hungry, so I was like, kind of want to eat some chips and hot sauce. Sorry. Go like this. Let's get into the video. One second. First, someone asked me how to prepare for a long flight. So in total, it takes about 24 hours to get there after layovers and after getting all your bags and after getting to your apartment and everything. Like literally exactly 24 hours later, you are sitting in your Italian apartment. I would say my biggest thing is bring snacks. You only have 2 suitcases, which those get like checked, so like obviously you can't bring those on the plane, but you get like a carry-on and then you get like a personal item. So I brought like a bigger purse and I put like snacks in there, like, you know, like candy and stuff. But they do have snacks on the plane. They're you can ask for a snack anytime. They have like Cheez-Its, Pringles. I love chips, if you couldn't tell. They have like all kinds of snacks and they have like Twizzlers and like a bunch of chocolate and stuff like that. Sorry. But also, you get like, on the way back, I got 2 meals. On the way there, I can't remember if I got 1 or 2, but they give you meals, and it's not like, you know, here's a piece of bread and a cracker. It's like a legit meal. Like, it's a big meal. It fills you up. They give you all kinds of drinks. They have all kinds of stuff to drink. They really do take care of you on a long flight because they understand. I actually prefer long flights over short flights because I feel more comfortable, because the plane is bigger. I know that's weird, but you'll know what I mean if you ever travel. And I feel like the pilots are more like advanced and prepared for the trip, and like the taking off and landing is way smoother. Like the plane ride is just super smooth. You don't really feel like you're on a plane at all the entire time versus like when you're on like a shorter flight, it's a smaller plane and there's like a bunch of turbulence and it's a small plane, it's like moving around and there's like not a lot of room and there's like 6 bathrooms. So like you have a bathroom, you have a comfy seat, there's a TV on the seat in front of you, they have games for you to play, you can watch the entire flight, you can look at maps. Oh, and they also have like movies, and they're not like trash movies that like nobody wants to watch. They're actually really good, up-to-date movies. But like on the long flights, they really take care of you and everybody's really nice. So I don't know, just kind of mentally prepare yourself like I'm going on a long flight. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It was actually a lot quicker. Like you get there like a lot quicker than like before you get on the flight, you're like, oh, I'm dreading this like 9-hour flight. And then like before you know it, you're there. So just take a little nap, watch some movies, and then you'll be there. If I'm eating, I'm fine. I don't care where I'm at. Next question. When you first got there, how long did it take you to adjust to the culture? So it literally did not take me long at all. I feel like I jumped right in and I just like embraced where I was at. Me and my friends are very outgoing. We're like very accepting and like everything. So it was very easy for us to adapt to the culture. Before we left, our school was like, you guys are gonna have this huge culture shock, it'll be okay, like everybody has it. And I got there and I was like, I feel like at home. Like I literally felt instantly at home. To me, the Italians were super nice, super warming. They really took care of you. Like they literally treated us like royalty, and I just thought that was super comforting because a lot of people go over there and say they have this huge culture shock. Like I don't even want to go back home. I feel like I'm gonna have more of a culture shock coming back to America than I did going to another country. So like it did not take me personally long to adjust at all, and I know for my friends and a lot of people I talk to as well, there's kind of just like so much going on. You still go to school, so it's kind of like homey because you're still going to school. You still see people that you know, or at least you meet people that you know in your classes. You share similar interests. There's all kinds of things to do and so much stuff to see that I promise you're not even thinking about home. So like you're not even thinking like, oh my god, like I'm in another country, all this different language, everything. You're literally just like taking it all in and like embracing it, and it's literally an amazing experience, an amazing feeling. So again, like me personally, it took me like 2 seconds to adjust. For other people, I know it was like a little hard, but just find those people and communicate with them and talk about them and go through it together. Like I said, what was something else I was gonna say? Oh, the language barrier and stuff. I loved it. Like, I didn't think it was hard at all. We took an Italian class, which helped me out a little bit. You can, like, just by knowing English, you can kind of just, like, tell what words are, because it's not, like, that far off. It's just kind of, like, the accent of things. But people are super nice and super chill, and you can like almost always know what they're saying just between like the hand gestures and the vibe they're giving you. So no, it was not hard to adjust literally whatsoever. At least for me personally, it was super easy. Don't let that hold you back, because you will love it and embrace it, and then you get back, you are just so much wiser as a person because you went and you lived like in a whole other world for a little bit, and you feel like twice the person that you were before. So it was literally so easy to adjust. The next question was, what was your fave thing about the trip? My favorite thing about the trip was probably how much I grew as a person. That was probably my favorite thing about the trip, amongst all the beautiful buildings and like the beautiful architecture and everything that I saw. And that was my favorite thing about the trip, was like really finding myself, because you're over in a foreign country. Like, even if you're with your friends or if you're not, you're like alone in your own personal journey. I'm getting chills because like literally I have chills because like this stuff means so much to me. Yeah, like I don't know if that's a good enough answer for you, but so what was your least favorite thing about the trip was the next question. My least favorite thing about the trip was probably that we got sent home 2.5 months early. So technically, like, I did study abroad. I was prepared to go for 4 months, and I could have finished the 4 months, like, and more, trust me. But so halfway through, I know you guys know about the whole coronavirus thing going on. Halfway through, our school sent us home. I've been home for about like 4 or 5 days now, and I miss it so much. I would literally pack all my stuff right now and go back in a heartbeat. Like, if somebody said, I have a plane ticket for you tonight, I would pack my stuff and go to the airport right now. So that was my least favorite thing about the trip, was that we got sent home 2.5 months early, and I'm a fashion major, and we were going to like Milan Fashion Week, London. We had all these trips with my friends planned. We had all these fashion shows, trade shows to go to, and that personally like devastated me and broke my heart that I didn't get to experience the things that I went over there to specifically experience. But everything happens for a reason. My path is different from other people's. I get to hear stories of people who did study abroad before me and get to experience it. So at least I have that and them to tell me about it. But yeah, that's really upsetting. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. It's cool. I'm thankful for what I did get to experience. Another question was, did you ever feel uncomfortable? In Italy, not so much. I mean, you kind of just get used to like, I feel like in Italy and in Florence, where we were located specifically, the whole culture is about like love and family and food. So like everybody's so lovey-dovey, like mwah, mwah, kiss kiss, and you kind of just have to like accept it. I mean, if you don't like that stuff, like, and that oversteps your boundaries whatsoever, like say no and stuff, but like you just have to embrace like that's how the culture is, and you can feel uncomfortable about it, but they're not being weird. I mean, some people are, don't get me wrong, but like a lot of the times that's just like them gesturing you and making you feel welcome, because I don't know about you, but everybody knows I'm an American. Like, they were like, where are you from? And I'm like, America. They're like, no shit, like what part? And I'm like, oh. You kind of just get like used to it. So I didn't feel uncomfortable in Italy. One time I did feel uncomfortable, and my friend Courtney will vouch for us, was when I went to Morocco in Africa. It's a very poor country, and we stand out as Americans, or just Americans in general. They see that you're an American and they come up to you, they harass you for money, they try to like take you places. All these men come up to you asking your name, you can barely understand what they're saying. It's just a lot. And we did feel really uncomfortable because like there was this one time where our tour guide, he took us on a tour and we used WhatsApp to communicate where to pick us up, and he was our tour guide and we went on this amazing tour. But then for the rest of our trip, he kept hitting us up, trying to pick us up again and take us to the club and like take us places. He kept saying like he would literally, like, he messaged us both like 4 times on Instagram and then like 15 times on WhatsApp saying like, your driver's outside, your driver's outside, like your driver's outside. And we're like, bro, we never asked you to take our driver, like you were our tour guide yesterday, and like that's all. So like there was just weird things like that. What I thought about Morocco is that we were going to be like fanned on the beach with like palm trees, and I was going to be like drinking out of a pineapple. Yeah, I know. That was not it at all. I'm glad I learned that. It was very overwhelming, and I feel like we didn't get to relax at all. We didn't even get to drink because we were too scared to drink. Like, if people harassed us just walking down the street, like, what would they do if, like, people, if they were drinking and we were, like, at a club or something? So we, like, did not go anywhere. It was very stressful. I loved everything I saw. I'm very thankful for it, but that was the only time I felt uncomfortable, really, during the whole trip. And so, yeah, that was really uncomfortable. What was the hardest thing? The hardest thing for me, and you're gonna think this is stupid, but this is serious, was having to pack 4 months worth of stuff into 2 suitcases. So that was literally the hardest thing about the entire trip for me, at least. Everything else was a breeze. Everything. Someone who knows me says, "How did you fit all your clothes?" I didn't. That's the thing. Someone else said, "What was it like over there?" I don't know how I could, like, add a metaphor or something, but you're just gonna have to go, bro. Like, I'm sorry, I know I asked you to ask me this question, but I could not sum it up in a reasonable time to, like, upload this video. Oh. It was literally amazing. Like, you're 5,000 miles overseas, first of all. From your family, from your dogs, if you have dogs, pets, snakes, horses, I don't know what you have, but whatever you have. Family, friends, you're away from everything, and it makes you, like, appreciate everyone and everything so much more. And it was just so fulfilling. Like, you learn so much about yourself and how you adapt to change and how you take on new experiences and how you meet new people, and you learn so much about yourself. The roads were, like, very small, at least in Italy, at least. The roads were, like, very small. They were cobblestone. It was beautiful. The architecture was beautiful. One thing I would say is that the vibes are great and everybody is super happy. Like, they live a simple little life. They're happy. They're content. They have their family. They have their food. They have their buildings. And everybody goes off, like, feelings and trust there. Versus, like, in America, everybody wants to take a beautiful building and, like, tear it down and then, like, build it back up and make it more, like, industrialized and bigger and better, versus, like, over there they just, like, appreciate everything and what they have and the beauty of art and the beauty of old buildings and, like, literally like, everything. They just, like, take in the beauty of, like, life, and it's, like, so fulfilling, and it makes you, like, just be, like, fulfilled with this rush of, like, energy that, like, is not comparable anywhere else. That's what it was like. Like, it was just, like, a whole spiritual awakening for me. Literally so freaking beautiful. Like, you walk everywhere, you get good exercise, everybody's walking. It's freaking amazing. Like, if you ever get the chance to go, please go. Don't let anything hold you back, because you will regret it, I promise you. Okay. What was your favorite place you went to? So like I said, we got sent home 2.5 months early, so I feel like my opinion would be a little bit different if I got to go everywhere else that I had planned to go. But my favorite place out of the places that I did get to go to was Switzerland. It was literally a wonderland. It was so amazing. And then I guess I'll answer, like, what my favorite thing I did was. It was Switzerland because I got to paraglide through the Swiss Alps, and, like, I was up in the air, like, over the mountains, like, flying. And I'm just, like, looking down, like, oh my god, I'm flying. Like, I'm literally flying. It took me at least, like, 5-6 minutes to, like, grasp the concept that I'm, like, flying. Like, I had never done anything like that before. So that's why Switzerland was my favorite place. It, like, brought out, like, just, like, the childlike wonders in me. Like, and then at night when the sun sets, literally the water is so crystal clear blue that, like, when the sun sets, it, like, turns it, like, pink. It's literally a wonderland. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, Switzerland was my favorite place I went. How much money do you need? So if you're just planning on traveling every weekend, you need at least, like, probably, like, a few grand, if, like, more. But if you're just gonna chill in Italy and, like, embrace it, you don't need that much. It is very affordable. It's like here. I know everything's in euros, but like it's still like affordable if you're trying to like save money but still want to go experience it. So it kind of just depends on what you want to do. It's very comparable to here, so it's not like you're going to like this like huge expensive place that like you need like millions of dollars for. It's like, no, if you want to eat out every night and enjoy the food, you can. If you want to go to the grocery store and cook a lot, you can. What we did was we like cooked at home a lot so that we had more money to go on trips and eat out on the weekends. I definitely blew through a lot of money though. That's just because I'm a waster, not a saver. But like I literally bought a pig nose and like soap and stuff. Like, I just waste my money. But it really just depends who you are and what you want to do. Over there, once you're over there, it's like cheap to fly places. Like you could fly like places like you could fly to like France for like 100 some. You could fly to Morocco for like 200 some. You could fly to Switzerland for like 200 some. So it's like cheaper than here. So if you're planning on going on some trips, definitely like save up and like rack up your money and take a lot of money. But if not, it's cool. Italy's still amazing. You're still so lucky to be in Florence, Italy, and just like explore around there. I wish we would have done that more. We planned on doing that, but we got sent home, so we spent like the first 2 months like traveling, and then we were gonna like take a little break, and then we were gonna travel for the rest of the time, but you know, whatever. But yeah, so it kind of just depends on who you are and what you're planning on doing. I do recommend going to at least some places while you're over there because it is not like really really cheap, like $2 cheap, but it's like cheap for like being able to go to those places, like, you know what I mean? So just depending on who you are, it's definitely very affordable for people who want to save money. Another person said, was the transition hard? So I answered that earlier. It was not hard for me at all. Was there a big culture shock? Like kind of like the same question. To me, no, but to some people, yes. I loved Italy. I loved the Italians. I loved the language. It was so fun to talk to people. So for me, no, not at all. Another question said, would you go back? Of course, duh. Like, I would go back tonight. Like I said, I would literally get a flight right now if the coronavirus wasn't there. You'll never get that experience ever in your life. And it's so amazing to go with, like, your friends and everything and just be, like, running around Italy. So, everybody prepares for this, like, a year in advance. And me, I signed up to study abroad, like, 3 months before I went, so I was not prepared at all, and I dropped out of the program a few times, got back in it, and like the lady was like, all right, like if you drop out again, like you're not getting back in it and you're not getting your money back, so like you need to decide like what you're doing, because I'm so indecisive, and like I was going back and forth, like should I go, should I not, I don't know, and I sat down and I meditated one day. And I literally, like, something, like, lifted me up, and I went, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, you're getting on that plane. Like, you are stupid if you don't. So start packing right now, girl, and let's go. And I literally took advice from, like, whatever, like, made me say that to myself. And I went, and I'm literally getting chills because, like, yes, I would go back. Like, I would go back. I would live there. I would literally go move there right now if I didn't have so much family here. It's literally so amazing. I'm such an adventurous, spontaneous person, so it surprises me that I didn't want to go. I was just going through a lot last semester. There was a lot of things that were happening to me, and I felt like I wasn't in the right mental place to, like, go and, like, have all these amazing experiences, but it literally, like, going, like, brought me out of that and, like, taught me, like, there is more to life than, like, these little things that you're, like, letting get to you. So 100% I would go back. It taught me so much. I know I keep repeating myself, but, like, oh, I love Europe. Another one said, what did you do every day? So pretty much Monday through Thursday, we had classes every day, and then our classes were super early. So I would wake up super early, you know, like get ready for the day, make some breakfast. On the way to class, we would stop and get like some coffee, and then we would go to class, and I usually had like 3 classes every day. So, and I loved my classes, by the way, like, I literally loved my classes and my teachers. They were literally amazing. That's another reason why I'm so sad that I'm not there anymore, because I loved my professors so much, and I just loved the class, like learning everything in a whole nother like manner and approach was amazing. But let's get back to the question. What even was the question again? Oh, what did you do every day? So yeah, then I went to class, and then we usually had class to about like some days like 1 and some days like 3. So we started at like 9 to like 3, but we had some breaks in between. We would go get like food at like our favorite spots that were like around, and then I would come home, I'd get all my homework done for that day, or that was assigned to me that day, so I wouldn't forget about it. I would just get it done, you know, then I wouldn't have to worry about it, and I would have the rest of the week and the weekend to travel. So then we would like chill at our apartment, talk about life, and then we would go like walk around Italy. Like there's so much to do, you can just go out and walk around. So we spent like a lot of our nights walking around. We would go out some nights. Typically starting like Thursday night or Friday morning, we would catch a train or a flight, and we would go travel all weekend and go to like another country, another city, another place, and we would just kind of like do all the like touristy things there, all the cool stuff that we saw, and then we would come home Sunday night, and then we'd start all over again. So yeah, that was pretty much what I did all the time, but it was literally beautiful. You can just walk around and have a great time. We spent a lot of our time like walking. Another person said, what was the weirdest thing that happened to you? Or what was one of the weirdest things? That's the question. But one of the weirdest things, I guess, was, or like the most shocking, was like that you had to pay for water. So like at a lot of restaurants, it wasn't like a cup of water with like ice. They don't really use ice. It was kind of like this fancy bottle of water, and you had to pay like €3 per one, and then it filled like 3 tiny champagne glasses, and then like we would chug those because like we're Americans and like we chug water. They don't really do that over there. They kind of like drink before they eat and not really after, so they can still have like the taste in their mouth. I don't know. I like to chug water, so I like bought like $15 worth of water like every single time I went out. But yeah, you had to pay for water a lot of times. Like if you didn't, it was like really shocking. We were like, oh my god. But and then another weird thing was like you had to pay for a bathroom a lot of the time. Not in like restaurants or like the school, obviously not in your apartment, but like at train stations, not really in airports either, but like at train stations or like big touristy areas like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, for example, like the bathroom there, like you have to pay like €1 to get in, which I thought was like weird. Like I have to go to the bathroom, like I'm sorry, like I didn't choose to like have to go to the bathroom, I just do, but like it's whatever, it's the culture. It's normal for them. So I mean, I thought that was weird that you have to pay to go into the bathroom, but oh, and they don't split the checks there, and you don't tip them. So at least in Italy and most of Europe. But yeah, so that was kind of nice. You didn't tip them, but you had to pay for water, so it kind of evened out. But I'm trying to think. Oh, another weird thing was that they didn't have dryers, so you had to hang your clothes, which was like weird, but like it's kind of cool because you're just like in another culture, like embracing it. So I didn't care that much, but some people did. But it's kind of just annoying to have to like hang all your clothes up, but it honestly dries them better, and they're not like wrinkled and stuff. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it. That was kind of like a weird adjusting thing too. Yeah. That was pretty much like the weirdest things. I don't know. And I think that was like the last question. Yeah, that was the last question. If you have the chance to study abroad, please, 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 please go. I'm telling you, like it's literally the time of your life. It's amazing. You might miss home a little bit, but other than that, literally amazing. Yeah, and thanks guys for answering or asking me questions. Thank me later. But yeah, so this was my study abroad video. I hope I like helped you with the questions you had, and I hope I made your decision to go. If you're on that deciding factor, 100% go. Maybe not right now because of the whole coronavirus thing going on, but you might get sent home. But go, bro. Literally amazing time of your life. You see so much stuff. Everything's so beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna stop rambling rambling, because I could talk for like 3 years about this. So yeah, if you have any more questions, DM me on Instagram, comment down below. But yeah, so again, thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel because I have a lot more vlogs in the making. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.